Hi, I'm Ms. Vung. Today we're going to look at graphing quadratics in polynomial form. We're going to do 3 examples. Find the x and y intercepts and the turning point and hence sketch the graphs of these 3 questions. So let's go and do the first question. Let's do y equals x squared minus 6x. To find the y-intercept, we let x equals 0. So letting x equals 0, we're going to get y equals 0 minus 0 is 0. Next, we're going to look for the x-intercept, and we do so by letting y equals to 0. So when y equals to 0, we have x squared minus 6x. Then we have to factorize that. Taking x out, we have x and x minus 6. So now x is equal to 0 and x is equal to positive 6. So these are 2 x-intercepts. Now we know that their graph is symmetrical. So if these are this x-intercept, the turning point would be in the middle of those 2 values. So we take those 2 values to find the x value of the turning point. So 0 plus 6 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our turning point x value is 3. Now we have the 3 value, we can find the y value of the turning point by substituting the 3 into the original equation. So let's plug the 3 into that equation. We now have 3 squared minus 6 times 3, or in other words, 9 minus 18, which is minus 9. So we have the turning point as 3 and minus 9. So we have y-intercept, x-intercept. We have the x value of the turning point by finding the average of the x-intercepts. And then we have the y value of the turning point by substituting the x value back into the original equation. So let's sketch the graph. Notice that the y-intercept is at 0, 0. It's also the x-intercept. So let's put those 2 points in and the turning point down here. And check that it's a positive graph. So that fits and we're done. Example 2. This time we have x squared minus 16. So let's do the same thing. Y-intercept, let x equals 0. So 0 minus 16 is minus 16. Then x-intercept, let y equals 0. So 0 equals x squared minus 16. Factorize that. That is the difference of 2 squares. And solving for that, we have x equals to minus 4 and x equals to positive 4. So those are our 2 x-intercepts. Now to find the x value of the turning point, we take the average of these 2 values, so the middle of those 2 values. So add them together, minus 4 plus 4 is 0, dividing by 2 is 0. So the turning point happens as x equals 0. And to find a y value when x equals 0, we plug it back in there, where we get 0 squared minus 16, which is just minus 16. So the turning point occurs at 0 and minus 16. And we notice that the turning point is the same as the y-intercept. And it makes sense because if we look at the equation, we have x squared minus 16. That is a parabola that has been translated down by 16. So the vertex or the turning point has gone from 0, 0 to 0, negative 16. Let's sketch it. Let's sketch it. So the turning point is down there and the x intercepts are there. Don't forget the 0, the origin. Now sketch it. And that's our graph. Last example. Find the x and y intercepts and the turning point and hence sketch the graph of y equals x squared minus 8x plus 15. So a few more things to calculate this time. So finding the y-intercept, let x equal 0, and we notice that it's the last value on its own, which is 15. So now we have 0, 15 as our y-intercept. To find the x-intercept, let y equal 0. This time we have to factorize. You can use the cross method or 2 by 2, up to you. So now 15 and 8, what 2 numbers go in there? It's 5 and 3. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. If you've forgotten how to do this part, click on the little eye in the corner and practice factorizing by watching that video. So the x value for this factor is 5 and for this factor is 3. Again, to find the x value of the turning point, we must find the middle of these 2 points. So add them together and dividing by 2, we get 4. Now, if we have the x value of the turning point, how do we find the y value of the turning point? We plug it back into the original equation. So let's plug that x value into the original equation. So we have y equals 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 15. 4 squared is 16 minus 8 times 4, which is 32. So 16 minus 32 is minus 16, plus 15 is minus 1. So our turning point is 4 and minus 1. So let's sketch it. So we have the x-intercepts at 3 and 5, our y-intercept all the way up there, our turning point 4 and negative 1. Now we draw the curve and we're done. Remember, if you're actually drawing this by hand, I would put all the values in and then put the dots after, so it looks like you went right through the dot, right in the middle of the dots. That's it from me today. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!